everyone, and welcome to another edition of Dungeons of the Dragons. I am your host and DM, Jourdan Lees, and with me today are my esteemed players. First, we have David Nowers.
Hello, I'm David, and I'll be playing Ruben P. Glowstone, the cleric.
And we have Paul Sunderhaus.
Yo, I'm Paul. You know him, you love him, you might not love him. I love him. He's great. I play Glyphord Hune, the Drow Ranger.
And Camden Dalton.
And if you don't love me yet, you'll love me soon. Khalladak. Rock pushers.
This is what they look like.
Nice.
Yeah. We've got David over here is going to show off his new sunglasses.
This episode is sponsored by Blenders Eyewear.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but if I say it a lot, maybe it'll happen.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Cliff needs those sunglasses.
We should just start saying things that we want to be sponsored by. And
We're
maybe
sponsored
it'll happen.
by Apple products.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Get your wings. Have some fun with your friends. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay, well, let's just jump on into this session. So, last time on Dungeons of the Dragons, our three co-workers, Ruben, Glyphord, and Khalladak, accompanied by Arnie and Miss Peapod, found themselves in the basement of the mayor's home after having killed 4 of his Duergar who were apparently working for him. The mayor, investigating the sounds that he had heard, was tricked into Glyph into coming down into the basement, where he was quickly knocked out by Khal with a briefcase to the back of the head. Stuffing the mayor mostly into the bag of holding, they snuck out from the backyard by climbing some trees and hopping the surrounding wall. Back at Miss Peapod's home, they decided it would be best to tell the sheriff and turn in the mayor. The sheriff was none too pleased at seeing them out and about, and hearing that they decided to break and enter into the mayor's mansion, he decided to take them all down to the station and get everyone's story. The co-workers weren't there long, however, as Corvo showed up as their representation, promptly getting them released on bail. They then learned from Grundevald that he wasn't so happy that they were just throwing around the name dragons so casually in their conversation, and then they needed to keep that on the down low. Then, with a nudge to hurry up and continue on their mission to kill his sister Vaelregal, they were let from the sheriff's station. So, you guys were given all of your stuff back. And you are now kind of like let back out into the town. It is very early in the morning the next day, probably around 6 o'clock, 7 a.m.-ish. So the sun is coming up. It's mostly up by this point, but it's early in the morning and you guys haven't slept a wink basically all night. So when you immediately step outside, you are greeted by this little dwarf who kind of shuffles up to you guys. And he's wearing a yellow shirt with like black trim on it. And you see very nicely sewn into his shirt carts. And he walks over and he's like, hello, I'm here with these reins. You guys have a cart rented back at the rent-a-carts, so if you, whenever you're ready to head out, you can just go to stall number 13 and pick your cart up. All right? Later. And he just walks off.
Which one of y'all rented a cart?
Not I, said the bugbear.
That was probably me. I don't know. I thought we'd need one for the fire. So I guess this dwarf guy... I don't know. Maybe they're reading our minds.
I have something I want to do. Where's the sheriff?
The sheriff's back in the station.
And we just came out of the station?
Yeah.
I'm going to peek my head back in.
Okay.
And say, Sheriff.
You see him like shuffling up some papers and you see him kind of give a sigh and turn around. What is it now?
Is there a way that we can get some of that fruit before we leave? Since we did all this stuff, and like also because of the one thing with there was the guy and he was bad, the governor,
the mayor,
yeah,
Glyph pokes in. He goes, "Yeah, I think that'd be really nice. We really want that fruit. We worked so hard for it, and we're gonna be out of town when they have the festival."
Yeah, and the mayor, he's not gonna be doing it anymore. So it's really up to anybody to say who gets the fruit when
I
they
poke
get
my
it.
head in like through the very bottom. And don't forget, we got rid of that bad priest, and he has tried to kill you.
And yeah, in Ruben, he brings up a good point. We did take out that priest, and so I think maybe we could maybe get some of that fruit since we have helped so much in this town.
All right, all three of you roll persuasion checks.
Go!
13.
Give me 18.
13.
He looks at you all, then he looks at Khal deep in the eyes. Cal's got those like watery kind of dog eyes
Yeah.
as he's staring.
Puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, those puppy dog eyes.
Actual dog eyes.
And he's like, just tell the guards to each pick you a fruit, and that's it. You all get one fruit each.
Thanks. And I take off. All right. I go to the guard at the tree. Hey, Sheriff, he said that we could have 2 fruits each from the tree, and we're just here to bank on that.
Roll a deception check.
Not having heard Cal's
14.
request, I want to
14.
run up as he's saying the end of it and just be like, it's because we saved the town 2 times. I'm just trying to enforce on these guards. Like Sheriff told us because we did save the
And
town.
you see the sheriff.
Massive hands out like
He leans out of the station and he like hollers down, "It's all right. I said it was okay." And then he closes the door.
I like point my thumb at him, and I'm like still shocked that this is working.
They're like, "Oh, all right," and they just knock a couple of the fruits down, and they give you 6 of the Fuller's fruits.
No, they give us 8.
No,
We have
have Arnie. You've got Arnie. Yep, you get 8 Fuller's. Damn
Arnie's
it!
getting
I forgot
1.
Arnie was there.
Glyph opens up the bag of holding and he just kind of presents it.
I can hold all of them in my massive hands. I assume. Just dump them in there.
You can hold a few of them. Yes, more than most people, but.
So they're pretty big then. They're sizable. They don't fit.
Yeah, they're like the size of
like an avocado or something.
bigger than an avocado. They're more like
Papaya.
like a mango or something like that.
So we have 8 of the legit ones, and we have 1 of every kind of bad hybrid. And there's 4 of those.
Correct. Uh-huh.
And we know at least one's diarrhea. One of them is basically just an apple, and 2 of them are a mystery.
Yes.
Well, that went better than expected, and I think we should just get the heck out of here now.
The town is slowly starting to wake up too. Many of the people are starting to mull about, getting their little carts in the around kind of the different vendors are kind of starting to set up, and you see other people just kind of.
I'd like to look around a little and see how they're reacting to seeing us in the streets.
Most people are trying to like avoid you guys. You can definitely see that some of them were awakened because of the prior night's activities. The guards are all staring you down. They're not like acting aggressive, but they're definitely like keeping their eyes on you.
And do I hear the sound of a blacksmith hammer anywhere?
You make a perception check.
Ping, ping, ping.
18 plus.
Hey,
Yeah, definitely. You hear somebody
Can-
starting to like. You can see some smoke down the way, where down one of the roads you can see it like cooking up.
I'm just going to start kind of walking down that road and kind of back over my shoulder. Hey, I'll be right back. I got to go run to the blacksmith. Just, and I'm gone.
All right. Yeah, you find the blacksmith pretty easily.
I'm going to walk up to whoever's the blacksmith.
Okay. You actually see this big, brawny woman working the blacksmithing area. She's just a very like sinewy, strong woman, smacking away at what looks to be like a horseshoe.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm like waving my hand over a table.
She's ping, ping, ping. Yes. What What do you need?
Yes, ma'am. I was just curious if you had any small person, any gnome-sized pieces of equipment that you have made. Specifically, I'm looking for something in the scale style, or maybe if you've got a breastplate around or of some sort. I was just curious.
I might have a couple of old pieces of chainmail that I made back in the day for some of the halflings here. I'll go check out back. So she goes to a room and
something preferably in not super heavy. I'm not that big.
She comes back out and she's shaking off a slightly rusted. Obviously it was like made and then never picked up or something. She's like, I found this. I think it was for a small child. I think his parents commissioned it, but they never came and got it. So
I've been mistaken for a child many a time.
It should fit you. That'll be 50 gold if you've got it.
So what is it? Is it a chain?
It's a chain shirt.
Okay.
Mhm.
Mithril?
The normal.
It's a little rusty. I'm sure it's real well made. You wouldn't be would you be opposed to say like 40?
Sure. Get it off my hands.
Okay, yeah, that's super great. Thanks a lot, man. I'll count it out.
Also, now I really want to know the story behind that child and his parents.
And why he didn't pick it up.
I guess you'd have to go exploring the deepest depths of the woods to find out. No, I don't have a backstory for this. There's just like this whole tragic backstory about this murdered family out in the woods somewhere.
I feel like I'm already at the cart place.
I think I was thinking about doing the same, Cam. So
you guys walk up to the carts building. You now see that there are a couple people working behind some desks there. One of them is a dwarf. Another one is a woman. And they're both like sitting there just chatting with each other. The dwarf sees you and he's like, 13. And he like points down. You guys get down there and the stall is inside of it is a black mare. And it is older. It's an older black mare with a white mane. And then the cart itself is the cart's definitely seen some days. It's not like in like tip top shape. It's like the sedan of the cart world. It's black as well. And it's got white trimming on it.
Are there any better carts?
Yes. Yeah. Some of the carts that you pass in like 1 and 2 are very nice. They've got these big old Clydesdales who are going to be pulling them. And they've got, a couple of them have 2 horses and they are like red and they've got like white stripes on the side of them. They're like really pretty and, various other types.
Khalladak, look at that stall number. It's a 1 and a 3. There's 4 of us. You add those two numbers together. You add those two together, though, and you get 4. There's 4 of us. That's a good sign, right?
Yeah, so maybe we should go get the cart from number 4.
Yeah, that makes more sense. This guy looks old and decrepit. I was kind of.
It can't be right.
I was checking its shoes. They're all a little worn. I don't know about this horse. I don't think he can do the job. We got a long ways to go.
Okay.
Let's go walk back to that dwarf and give him a piece of our mind.
Oh, I wanted to do something, but it's bad.
Okay. What were you going to do?
I was going to kill the horse and walk back up and tell him the horse is dead. I'm not going to kill the horse.
It's your lead, man.
Cam doesn't want to kill the horse. Oh, wait. I take the collar. The dog collar.
Oh, yes. No, that damn collar.
And I put it around that horse's neck.
Okay.
And I just say, hey.
What's it to ya?
Okay. First off, we're about to go on a long journey. Do you want to go?
I never want to go anywhere, but I have to go wherever anyone wants me to go.
Do you want me to put you out of your misery? Just say yes or no.
No. I want to keep eating hay and living my life.
Is it a goat?
You tell me what a horse sounds like.
What does Mr. Ed sound like?
Wilbur.
See?
pretty
That's
close.
pretty
It's
close.
perfect.
It's a female horse.
Oh, it is?
I'm gonna turn around and go towards the dwarf.
I take the collar off and
Okay.
give her a couple gentle pats.
She goes,
I want to go up to each horse individually and
Oh.
ask them if they want to go on a journey. So come up with 12 other horse voices.
the dwarf like pokes out and he's like, "What are you doing?"
I'm making the horses talk. Leave me alone.
Well, don't mess with our horses. You have number 13. You take number 13.
Number 13 sucks.
13
That's
won't
the
cut
one
it.
Doesn't
that
even
is-
want to live.
You have been paid for number 13. That's the one you
How
have.
much did they pay?
Well, you will pay at the end, but it will be most likely, depending on the amount of days that you have it, it will probably be 200 gold for the rent.
No, we pay at the end. We'll take your finest horse.
Let's see what the horse has to say. And I put the collar on horse number 1. This horse looks like an adventurer and that it wants to go on an adventure. What do you have to say and what is your name? I didn't catch that.
My name is Big Stomp, and
Big Stomp?
Big Stomp.
Oh,
And
Big
I
Stomp.
don't really want to go anywhere. I would rather stay here in this place or in a field. But here I am, pulling this big heart with my stupid brother.
I would like to go put the collar on the stupid brother.
No.
I take it off. Take it off. And I put it back on him and I go, "You're right, he was super stupid.
I told you he was very stupid.
What if we told you we could get you away from your stupid brother into a field of as much hay as you could want and you get to talk like a person?"
Are the dwarves hearing this?
Yeah, they do. They can actually hear the horse. They're both like sitting there like in awe, like just staring at this situation taking place. And the dwarf is like, I've actually kind of feel bad that these horses don't want to do this. I thought they were pretty happy. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to convince right now?
I'm trying to convince the horse that it wants to go with us.
I don't care where I go.
You heard it here. This horse wants to go with us.
Yes,
So-
but still, the horses are big, strong horses, and this is a big, very sleek cart. This is no cheap.
this horse can talk, which I think makes it a free citizen of these parts. Anything that can speak common.
I'm
He's
pretty
just
sure
free citizen.
you put the collar on it, and that's why it speaks.
Well, yeah, but it, all right. How much is the upfront fee?
The upfront fee is 250 gold.
How much is the after fee?
Most likely, depending on the rate of travel, maybe another 300.
What happens if the horse dies on us? Is there an insurance policy?
You can pay for the insurance policy if you'd like.
Are you gonna check and see like how we
It's
use
only
the horse?
25 gold.
Oh, what?
You won't know anything about how far we go or anything, right?
We have meter tracker.
It's on the wheels. It's
It's on the
like
wheels, yeah.
ticking how many rotations.
That's what that is. Okay.
I would assume that somewhere around now, Ruben shows up.
Probably.
Okay.
And I'm just wandering down the stalls, just looking. Oh, hey! What's going on?
We're getting this horse and we're getting out of here.
We're buying a horse?
And a cart.
We're going to buy a horse and we're going to buy a cart.
So is
We're riding
this
in
new
style.
plan? It has already been paid for up front.
Oh, yeah, then if
Not
they
this
paid for it
one.
up front. No,
Not-
no, you
not
said,
this
no,
one.
You said
The other one's been paid for. This would be new fee.
Well,
Who
what's
paid
the
for
dif-
our horse?
what's the
what's the
difference between
difference?
that fee and the other fee?
Black-haired man.
You talk like a bird.
He had bird-like features. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh.
What's the difference between What he paid for the 13 and number 1 over here?
150 gold.
Which one was there any like that was a cool horse?
Really
Like,
getting
this
stuck
one
on this
seems
horse.
kind of prideful.
Stall number 6.
Cool. Hey, let's do stall number 8. Just kidding. We could do stall number 6. How much for stall number 6?
Stall number 6 would be that'll be 175 gold.
That's the difference.
Up front.
They've already paid 100 for
So
13.
the difference would be 75 gold.
All right. What do we want to do it?
Are we buying this horse, or is this like we got to bring him back one day?
13 gives me a bad feeling. I really don't want that horse.
That horse doesn't even want to live. So
But really, are we buying this horse or are we renting this horse?
I think we're renting the horse.
You're
we're
renting.
renting.
The heck? Why are we renting a horse? We're not going to bring it back. Let's just buy it.
You take it to the other. You take it to the next carts dealer.
Oh,
Okay,
all right.
so-
Do we take
so
it to
we-
the Hertz in the other town?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, is this a horse situation? Rent a car?
Yeah, it's a rent-a-carts.
It's an Alamo thing. Yeah.
Rent a car.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Rent a cart.
Rent a car.
Um,
You son of a bitch. I reach into the bag, I grab 75 gold out, and I throw it at the dwarf. I make him catch it. We go down to number 6.
He's like, okay. And he's like, hand me those reins. And he takes the reins from you. And he's like, he shuffles through a box in the back. And then he pulls out a different pair of reins. And he hands you those. He said, here you go. These reins will be for that horse. It's a brown horse with kind of like a blonde mane.
Remember,
And,
he's a cool horse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
put the
then the-
collar
the-
back on him and ask him what his name is.
Chuck.
The freaking Chuck. Dadgummit. He's too cool.
I hear that and I yell down to the dwarf, what's this horse's name?
We call that horse Freddy.
He says his name is Chuck.
Okay.
You need to learn your horse's names.
They don't know how to speak horse.
Feels like a you problem, man.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm already gonna hate this horse and take the collar off on it a bit.
We put the reins on Chuck and hop in the cart.
All right. So this cart is blue and it has some like gold trimming on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of that white trimming, that old horse.
Yeah. This one is also much better shape. It's kind of got a little bit more roomy. The seats on it are actually leather instead of cloth, like in the other one.
Wow. Can I still
so
curl up into a ball in the back?
You sure can. You can still
Okay.
curl up into the ball in the back.
Well, I'm going to sleep.
And
so
there
I
is a
can
little bit of
level up.
padding in certain areas in the back of the cart too. So that's definitely different.
I'm gonna turn and just anticipate Arnie already being there. Arnie, hop up in there and drive this horse. We're all gonna take a nap.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. All right. Okay. I haven't slept either. Just throwing that out there.
You're the only one that knows how to deal with a horse.
What, me?
Yeah, you're an adventurer. You're the only adventurer.
I guess that's fair. All right. Whatever.
And he jumps into the driver's seat. As you guys begin to clip-clop out of the rent-a-carts, Miss Peapod kind of pops in your way. She waves you down, and Arnie stops the cart. She walks up to you all and she says, I just wanted to see you before you left the town and everything, and make sure that y'all were doing all right. And I know this has been a strange situation, I think, for all of us in this town. But I wanted to say thank you and wish you luck on your journey. And she puts her hand up for you, Khal, to shake.
I pick her up into the.
And she gets lifted up into the car. Oh my. Oh. Shakes your hand and then walks over to Arnie and Glyph. She shakes your hand, Ruben. And when you grab hands with her, you feel something go into your hand. Feels like a piece of paper. And she closes your hand up and she says, good luck. And then she jumps down from the cart and scampers away. If you open up your hand, you see what is to be like an envelope. It's got on it, don't open until you've left town.
So I just kind of tuck it.
I say, Ruben, what's that?
Just a little forget me not.
Fair enough. Then I roll over and go to sleep. So Arnie's the only one that really knows where we're going. So it makes sense
Yes.
for him.
He actually, before he takes off, he's like,
So we go in the highway or the scenic route?
Scenic.
Scenic route for sure, Arnie.
And we've been tasked with headed exactly where.
to Celestial City, which is in Sandrame.
Sandrame is a region, right? Not a city.
Yeah, Sandrame is the region. So he's like,
All right, scenic route it is. And
whoosh, whips the horses along.
What does Chuck say?
I thought you took the collar off of him.
No, not yet.
Oh,
He just
okay.
said, I'll want to soon.
Okay. He's like, all right, I guess let's get on with it. And he's like, let's go. And he just keep he just
The whole
marches.
I hate Chuck.
I reach over and I rip the collar off his neck right away. And I enter a trance.
Okay. So Arnie drives for a good while until you guys get into the woods.
I want to, as we've kind of left about 5 or 6 minutes in, I want to open the envelope.
Okay.
5 or 6 minutes after we've left town.
You read the note. You guys trot on till about 11, 12. And at that point, Arnie is like, the cart is like drifting off the road. He is exhausted. So he's
I think I'm just going to have to pull over and we're going to have to make camp off the road or something.
How long would
I'm
you say
so-
he's been moving?
he's been moving for like 4 hours.
Well, you could be done with your trance by now.
Yeah, I can do
Oh,
some.
that's true. I was gonna say I could take over, but yeah, that's also true. You could take over.
We
Glyph.
could either keep moving if that's
What's the? Is it daylight? Is it dark?
It's still
What's
day.
the-
Oh, it's
the morning.
midday. Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Okay.
so
So
I'll take over. I'll take the reins. Let Arnie sleep.
Yeah, Arnie's like, thank you. And it just kind of like falls back into the back of the cart, like doesn't even
Sure.
think too hard about it. And
He
hits
falls on me and wakes
on
me
you.
up. I take him and scoop him and just like cuddle him like a teddy bear.
He doesn't even mind. He's
He's
so
already
tired. He's been trying to sleep all night during all these fights.
Glyph has never controlled a horse before, so he's kind of just like holding them up like this, really high. Not really.
The horse is also doing a good bit of the work himself. He knows that not to just run off the trail. When you take over, make a perception check.
I'm good at those. I got my sunglasses on, by the way.
Yeah, I figured so.
That's a 12.
A 12? Okay.
Yeah.
You see some carts like passing by on the road, but nothing seems like out of the ordinary. Like there's like a couple carts here and there passing out.
Like every 20 minutes or so? Or?
Yeah, like that. Just some are families, some are like, filled with just varieties of people. But
Glyph just waves to them like as they go by.
They're probably like, whoa, that guy's so freaking cool.
you guys make it for another 4 hours or so. So it's definitely waning into the day.
Whoever happens to be passing, like once I've kind of gotten up and I'm kind of looking around, whichever cart passes us next, I want to kind of sit up next to Glyph up on the riding shotgun, if you will. Just, how's the road ahead?
So the people in this cart is a black cart as well. This has a black horse pulling it. There's like 3 dudes on it. They're of various races. They just kind of like acknowledge you. Looks like they're looking you down. A couple of them have on like what look to be like fedoras.
They don't even respond.
Nope.
Okay.
They trot by real fast.
Okay. Well, good luck. Bye.
When
Okay,
you
well.
look back behind you, you see 2 more of these black carts trot out from the trees, and the one that just passed you turns around.
Hey, Glyph, how fast do you think this cart goes?
I think I just do this and I shake it.
You whoosh, smack into the back of the horse. Boom! It starts taking off.
I tried that earlier and it worked. I don't know. They're moving along now.
I reach back and I tap Khal. Hey, Khal.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, I don't know, but there's a bunch of carts behind us, and and I get the feeling we're about to be in a chase.
As soon as they see you whip it into action, also begin to chase you guys.
I would like to rescind my last statement and say that we are now, in fact, in a chase.
They do continue to start like now gaining on you. Let's roll for initiative.
I would love that very much.
Card initiative. So can I
Yes,
assume
so-
that we have now taken a long rest?
You have definitely taken a rest, so you guys are
Okay.
all long rested up now. This cart has some stats. So basically it's HP 50, the AC is 19, and it moves at 200 feet per round. So you'll roll initiative. You're driving right now.
Sweet.
Glyph, right?
Yeah, I think I've got the reins.
Okay. So the cart will be moving on your turn unless somebody else takes the reins, then it'll move on their turn.
How do we exchange reins?
You could do it as a bonus action. The one thing you can do when you're on the cart, if another cart is coming up,
Is that the cart's attack?
yes.
And that ability belongs to the person holding the reins.
Yes. So you can either choose to attack with it, which is essentially just turning it and like slamming into the side of another cart or somebody.
Sure.
Or you can whip it and it'll like accelerate another 50 feet.
Okay. So how far back are they from us right now?
Currently, they're about 150 feet behind you. Okay, so what's everyone's initiative first off?
14.
Okay.
13.
19.
Arnie is asleep.
Yes, but he's being shaken awake by the by the cart.
Are they kind of like in a line horizontally?
They're more
coming at us?
horizontal. Yeah, they're kind of like in a V shape. So one is leading, two are on the sides, a little further back than it.
Got it. Okay.
Each cart has about 3 people on it. They are definitely catching up. You can tell that these carts are faster than your cart.
Gosh, dang
Of
it,
course
Chuck.
they are. Of course they are.
They have like double horses on them, so they're a little bit faster.
Double horse.
Do we just have
Double.
Chuck, or do we have Chuck and his
You
brother?
just have Chuck. Yeah, that wasn't. He didn't have the 2 horses. That was the horse in number 1, who had the
Okay.
stupid brother.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Cart 1 will catch up to you in its round.
Oh, good grief. They're that much faster.
They move at 300 feet around, and you move at 200. So they'll be within range, I should say. Not
Yeah.
necessarily touching you, but within range. The other ones will be
Okay.
75 feet.
Have they said anything to us?
No.
No, they're wearing fedora. They're too cool for us.
Oh.
They are all wearing fedoras. That's the other thing you notice very quickly and blatantly. They're all wearing fedoras. Okay, so at the top of the round, we have Ruben.
All right, my turn. I'm sitting up next to Glyph. So as this is happening, and I have just tapped Khal and been like, "Hey, we're being chased." As I see them turn around, so I jump to the back of the cart. Arnie, we're gonna need you to take the reins here in just a minute. And I throw a fireball.
Yeah, of course you do.
Of course, yeah.
I want it to land on cart 1. I want it to hit right where the driver sits.
Okay.
Dex saving throw, 14.
2 fail, 1 succeeds. So I'll also roll for the horse. The horses fail. Only one guy is fine. He's one of the guys in the furthest back in the cart. He's fine. As far as his dex helped him, but everybody else failed.
23, 29, 30, 31 points of damage.
Okay.
Jeez.
31 points of damage, 8d6. One dude takes 15 points.
So there is a big boom. The cart, not only did you just like decimate the horses, so that automatically slowed it down. The amount of damage you did to the cart will force me to roll a d6. Whoopa! Oh, and I rolled a 1. Okay. To describe exactly what happens, you start riding away. These other 3 carts are starting to bear down on your tail. One lead cart is starting to get closer and closer. Ruben jumps back, rubs his hands together. This streak of fire flies out, lands right on where the cart and the horses are connected. There's this huge explosion of fire as the horses just get their heads blown off and roasted. and the axle
Whoa.
snaps. The guys on it all seem to like dodge. A couple of them take it straight to the face, but as the axle snaps, the cart drives into the ground, flipping over itself. They'll all take an extra 10 damage. I rolled as high as I could on a D freaking 10, and the cart flips over, smashing into the ground. The two guys who were up near closer to the front are just pummeled by the cart. The only guy who looks slightly alive is the guy who was in the very, very back of the cart, who got flung out when it flipped over. And he's just in the dirt, like coughing and stuff.
So as I witnessed that, I turn around and kind of pat Arnie, come on, get up! And I hop over the back of the cart and I grab the reins from Glyph. I'm like, go shoot some people.
Okay.
I look back at Ruben. I'm like, when did you learn that?
But you've had that inside you this whole time?
Next would have been cart 1. But it's basically everybody on there is pretty much dead. The one guy is like looking for a hand up to get like picked up by one of the other carts. Glyph, it's your turn.
Glyph's a little rattled as he's handing the reins over. He's like, okay, all right. Are your hands still a little warm? I hand over the reins. I'm looking back, and I'm wondering, how close is the nearest cart now?
They're still like 175-ish feet back.
Wow, okay.
Because they were still further.
Because they haven't had a turn yet.
Yeah. But you could hold your action till they get closer.
Yeah, I think I actually would like to hold for this idea to work. So I'm gonna get out of the seat and I'll be towards the back. I will defer my action until something is closer.
Khal, you're up next. You can also hold your action if you want.
Yeah, I'll hold my action.
So the carts now gain on you guys, and they are now within 75 feet from you.
Yeah, I think that's close enough. I'll let you just kind of discern this.
Sure.
I reach into the bag of holding and I pull out a length of rope and I cast rope trick. I place a length of rope, I touch it, it goes into the air and suspends perpendicular to the ground and creates an invisible entrance to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends in an hour. And I'm going to put that basically as close to the side of the car as I can as one of these carts. They don't have time to react and attempt to try to place that over whatever they would pass through. It can hold up to 8 creatures, medium or smaller. And it's a 3x5 foot window.
So you're trying to release the rope at like a level that would more or less be where like their bodies would be?
Right.
Or,
so like
okay.
if I'm the driver, I'm aiming for the center point on that driver
Got
as they're
it.
holding the reins, trying to get closer.
All right. Wow, this is a thing would not have thought I would have to encounter before.
All right, well, this is what I'll just do now. I'll go ahead and do my thing. I'm just going to open a hunting trap and throw it in the path.
How many hunting traps will you allow him to throw in
I have
one
6.
action?
He,
I wanted-
he can
a
throw
bunch.
one.
I wanted to ask earlier if like Miss
Because I
Peapod.
have to crank it and throw it.
Okay, this is fun.
I love the unconventional attacks. This is awesome.
These are great. These are
A bear
fantastic.
trap and a magical portal.
Okay, first Glyph lets this thing go, this rope, kind of midair. It like starts to hover in midair, and Khal rips open this bear trap and throws it onto the ground, right behind the cart. Are you in line? Are you trying to put it in line with the other cart? So like Glyph is hitting
Yeah,
one
I
and you're
guess that
hitting the
makes
other.
sense.
Okay, cool. So they're about 75 feet away from you guys. When you both trigger those, they will go ahead and do their things now. So from cart number 2, first you see this guy stand up and he like waves his hands around and 3 magic missiles shoot out and they fly towards Ruben as he is driving. All 3 of them are going to hit. 7 damage as these missiles hit you.
From all 3 missiles?
All 3 of them.
That's it?
Yep, that's all that it is. The crossbowman is going to shoot from where he's at, and he'll shoot a Glyph. So he missed, fires wide. And then the driver of that cart is going to whip to get within 25 feet of y'all. He's still outside of the range of this portal rope. The other cart is going to do basically the exact same thing. Its magic user flies up, fires his magic missiles at the driver. 10 damage to you from the magic missiles from that guy, Ruben. And then the other crossbowman on that one is going to fire, and he's also going to miss. Cool, I'm not going to roll with that one anymore. So they fire wide. Driver is also going to whip and get a little bit closer. Arnie's like,
I don't have anything that works at this range.
Arnie, take the wheel! The reins!
Arnie, take the reins.
Barely got any sleep. Oh, okay.
So he runs and he jumps and takes the reins from you. He whips it so you guys get another extra.
I was going to
50
say, now if you whip them, they'll go a little faster.
Yeah.
And I pat him on the shoulder and hop back over.
So he moves.
Actually,
up
I don't want to
another
hop back
50
over.
feet.
I want to duck. If I crouch, will the back of that bench give me any cover?
Yeah, you can have half cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're about 125 feet away from you now. Let us start at the top of the round. Ruben, you're up again.
What's their distance from one another side to side? Are they? Is the road that wide? Are they still 20 feet apart from each other?
Yeah, they're 20 feet apart from each other.
I put this thing right in between them. Fireball!
Of course you are.
I say, everybody get down! That is everybody.
It's everybody. Okay, here's the riders, and 2 of them succeed on each, and 1 of them fails on each.
Okay.
And then the horses, I'll roll for the horses on each one. 1 horse survives on cart 2. The other one is going to take full. Same on the other one. 1 horse succeeds and the other one is going to take full.
This is drastically worse.
Okay.
It was 16 points of damage. I rolled 4 ones.
Okay.
Whoa.
You blew a horse off of one of them and it kind of falls to the side. The other thing is, though, that you did just enough damage for me to have to roll d6s on both of these carts. So 2 of them, when you blasted them, their wheels cracked. You didn't really see them, but like you can't really see this from where you're at, but their wheels have cracked on the sides that you blasted it from. So as you're riding along, basically Ruben takes another rub of his hands, flings his little fireball out, lands right in between the 2 carts, blasting them very hard. Damage is going everywhere. Fire has like burned up 2 of the horses immediately are just like incinerated and fall off to the side. But the horses that are alive continue to keep running forward. The carts are damaged for sure, but they continue onward with their riders.
I look at Glyph and I'm like, I guess that's all he does now. It works.
He's got really good aim too.
The carts are also on fire.
Does the back of the cart have a tailgate, more or less?
Sort of, yeah.
I would like to crouch behind the tailgate
Okay.
for whatever cover I can get.
Okay. So, Glyph, you're up.
I will ready my bow for shots on cart number 3, which has the bear trap in front of it. I will shoot at the driver of this cart. Well, it's a 2.
Oh gosh, yep, that will miss.
Yeah, so I shot a 10 total. So I'll take my second action, my second attack, rolling again. That's a 14.
14 will hit.
A 1d8 plus 3 gets me 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 damage.
7 damage to the cart of the bear trap guy.
Bear trap driver, yeah.
Okay, so cart 3. All right, so cart 3, you fire at the driver, and yeah, you smack him good. He's got an arrow like right in his shoulder, close to his chest, near his heart, but not quite a killing blow.
As my bonus action, I'll run up to Arnie. I'll grab the reins from him.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to hold the cart straight for now.
It is Khal's turn.
I'm holding to see what happens.
Okay. Cart 2. As Cart 2 nears this rope, the driver is unsure of what to do. He doesn't understand what's happening. I'm going to have them roll Arcana. The mage user on there knows what's going on. And he ducks down, and he says duck, but the driver is kind of stuck in place. So the crossbow guy and him duck down. The driver is going to hit the rope. It is stuck in place, so he is clotheslined back. Part of his body loops up through the rope, and he falls inside this dimensional portal. The cart is now driving without anybody driving it. So it is driving recklessly. Right? Yes. The other cart, I'm going to roll perception for the driver in this case, because I don't think the other guys would have really noticed. He rolled a 13, which, if he's focused on everything...
And he's gone at speed.
300 feet per round.
He's not going to, at 13, be able to perceive that bear trap, or at least if he sees it, not have enough reaction time to move the horse for it. The horse is going to hit it. How much damage does that do?
I don't know. Saving throw or take 1d4 piercing damage and stop moving.
Stop moving.
Okay, that's what I was trying to find out. Okay, good. So I'll go ahead and just roll some damage.
It does specify that it has to be like chained to the ground for that.
Yeah, but there's still a big chain thing smacking to your hoof. So I'm going to say...
clamping on you.
Yeah, it's clamping.
Or it could be the wheel of the cart if we don't want the horse to lose their leg.
Well, no, the horse is going to hit it.
Kill that horse.
That horse
I've already
steps
killed
on
like
it,
4.
takes 3 damage from the actual trap itself, and then immediately begins to stumble. And the cart just stops in its tracks.
The cart doesn't like slam into the back of the horse?
Because it's like the horse is kind of like stumbling along as it hit that. It didn't just like immediately stop. I can't justify the physics of an immediate stoppage in that case.
Not even a trip, stumble,
It's a stumble. You know what? I'll go ahead and roll on the damage table. I'll roll my d6 to see what happens, just for you. If I roll what I would roll, okay, it chipped a wheel. So it just like cracked a wheel on the way. But it does stop. The other one continues, but that one stops.
But the other one is missing a guy, so it's just the crossbow and the wizard. Or
the driver is gone on cart number 2. The crossbowman jumps up to the front, and he starts taking the reins and whips it, moving it up another 50 feet, which gets it within 75 feet of you guys. The guy in the back of that cart is going to use his action to throw a fireball at you guys.
Oh, dang.
He didn't want it to come to this, but he fires a fireball at all of you.
Come to this.
And so everybody make DC 13 saving throws, dexterity.
Taking it all.
13 here.
All right, well, 13 passes.
Woo! 13.
You pass as well. Oh boy, y'all. Oh boy. 38 damage.
Holy crap.
The horse. Oh.
Who's managing?
I've got the
reins right now. Roll for the horses, man.
All right.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
What's the horse's dexterity?
The horse had a +1 in dex, so that's
the horse got a 4.
Help. And
the horse is gone.
The horse is gone. I even gave it the best horse stats I could find. Yeah, Chuck.
I turn around and yell, Chuck!
As the horse is just like blasted with like, you see like basically this mage like takes over, fires this firebolt flying forward. You see it land, and Khal has enough time to yell Chuck as like the entire cart is blasted and like broken. I'm gonna roll another d6 Okay, a 4. That's actually pretty good for you all. You just get a slightly cracked wheel, but your cart's on fire and your horse has been blown away, so your cart is slowing down to a stop.
Wait, am I still holding? I'm still holding my action, aren't I?
Yeah, I guess you are. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you are. Go into a rage. Go into a rage.
Yeah, I'm so
Leap
mad.
onto the cart. Leap onto the cart. I just want an image of Khal just like
That's
in
what
the
I
air.
want to do if I can.
You're gonna be able to on this next round because you have 0 speed. As your cart is slowing to a halt right now.
What if I'm running towards it since I have 50 speed now, and it's coming at me and I'm coming at it?
I want Khal to just run straight at this cart and shoulder check it head on.
Boom!
You slowed down. You know what? Because the cart slowed down on this turn,
We wouldn't have made our full 200.
you wouldn't have made it your full 200. I'll let you have your full 50 feet of movement because you slowed down enough to get into there. I'll give you that rule of cool. That'll get you on the cart.
Okay, yep, I'm running and jumping and making like a great sword attack.
Okay, who you gonna attack?
The mage, he killed Chuck.
That's fair. So you leap off the back of the cart and just charge straight forward as it's slowing down. Your body, you've got like little bits of like fire still burning on your fur as you just charge forward as this cart is maneuvering towards you guys. Make an acrobatics check just to like leap on
How
there.
about athletics?
Or that's what I meant. Athletics
Okay.
check to jump onto it and like grip it and get on.
16.
You jump up, leap on the back,
I'm
and
wanting to
raise your
do-
great sword.
What's that movie? Oh, Troy. Like the in the air.
Okay, yeah, you leap in the air and Troy this guy. Go ahead and make an attack against him.
26.
Yeah.
I think so.
I am in a rage. I did not put that in.
Yeah, you get
so
a plus
10
2.
damage.
10 damage, okay.
Yeah, and then I'm going to attack him again.
All right.
22.
Still hits.
16.
So you've done 26 damage total to him? Okay. So you run, you jump off of the cart, charge forward, flames like flickering off of your fur. You leap in the air as the mage is starting to get another spell ready. And you take your greatsword, pull it back, slam it into his chest. He coughs up blood. You spin around and chop his head off as it flies off the back of the cart and hits the ground, tumbling along like a little ball. Arnie took the full brunt of that fireball, by the way, and is looking bad. He like turns around, you see like what's left of his like beard is like burned and stuff, and he's like,
I don't feel so good.
It's gonna be okay, little buddy.
So next we have Ruben at the top. Cart is still there. You guys have stopped, but it is coming towards you. There's only one guy on it, just the driver,
And me standing.
and
Top
Khal
of it.
standing in the back. The other cart slowed and was like taking the trap off of the horse's hoof, so it's a ways away.
I'm gonna do a level 2 cure wounds on Arnie.
Okay, yeah, he will appreciate that.
You know what? I'm gonna do a level 1. Cure wounds on
He'll
Arnie.
appreciate it less, but how will he know?
He somehow knows. He looks up and he goes, "Dickhead."
You could have done better.
His hand
Rolled
starts to
a
grow.
1.
Oh wow.
No.
What? So it's 4 points to him.
Wow. Okay. You like put your hand on the back and you just see like some of the burns on the back of his neck.
I
just
absent-mindedly, I'm like, hey, feel better, babe. Feel
yeah, you're
better.
not even thinking about
Hey,
it.
Khal, good job! Good job! Feel better, man.
I'm just roaring in a rage. Blood rage.
Glyph, you're up.
This other cart's still approaching us. Yeah.
Yes.
Do I have a clear shot at the crossbowman driving?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. I will cast Hail of Thorns and fire it at the remaining cart that is stalled 500 feet back using my sharpshooter ability.
Oh. All right. Ooh. Okay. Who you trying to hit
I'm
specifically?
gonna try to hit.
You want to hit the guy that's like taking the trap?
The one that's
off?
working on the trap, I think. Is
Okay.
Kill the horse.
He might.
So attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on my weapon. So
Okay.
I'll take the shot. I'm gonna do it at level 1. So it's a save of Dex 13.
I'm going to put him at disadvantage because he's not paying attention and does not think somebody's going to shoot him from 500 feet away. Okay, he rolled a 3, which the other one was a 14, so that's really good. So yeah, he does not know it's coming.
All right, I draw the bow, and I just kind of whisper a little bit. All right, suck on this, you pucks. And I rolled a 12 to hit.
Well, first you have to hit them, and then the
Okay.
Hail of Thorns takes effect. So you rolled a 12 to hit,
Yes.
that'll miss. So you'll
Okay.
have to roll.
Yeah, I'll take my second shot. God dang. Okay, that's a 13.
Still misses,
What?
unfortunately.
The
The
all right, so I
driver-
still have this. I still have the spell cast. So my next.
Yes, yeah, it's
Okay.
still going to be taking effect.
Dang it. Sorry, I messed that whole thing
No,
up.
you're good.
All right, I'm gonna
That's
take
just
cover-
An unfortunate roll.
I'm gonna take cover behind the cart.
Okay.
The
Khal,
front-
you're
the front
up.
corner.
You have a driver on that
All right.
cart.
22 hits.
Yes.
I don't know if this is adding the rage into the calculation, so I think it's 16.
Damage. Okay.
Is he dead?
Very much so. You just spin around after having killed the
I just
mage.
cut
Oh boy.
and push him off and grab the reins.
Okay. So you have control over their cart now.
And I said, let's get this cart and put it on this horse and let's get out of here.
Which does their cart look better? It's faster. Does it look better?
I think it was only faster because it had 2 horses.
Isn't our cart on fire?
Their cart is on fire, which I'll go ahead and roll for. It's another 3 damage to it. Y'all's has 38 damage done to it right now. The other cart has 19 done to it at this point.
I just said, get in!
Arnie and I start throwing our stuff, whatever we've got, we start throwing it into the back of that cart.
Well, yeah, y'all are technically still in initiative. So what you notice is the cart that is further away, the guys get into it and turn around. It'll be at least, by the time it gets to you, Glyph, it'll be another 100 yards away, but you can still hit at 600.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll let you.
Do it.
I'll let you take one more shot before they ride away completely.
Here we go. Let's say 17.
17 hits.
All right, so I hit the driver.
Yes, and
And
the
then I
Hail of
attack
Thorns
with-
will take effect.
I rolled a 1 on the damage for the shot, so that's 4 damage. And then the Hail of Thorns, 9. We'll hit the dex save at the 13.
Okay, I'll just make the 2 guys roll. One succeeded, 1 failed. The driver is dead. You see him slump over. The horse takes some of the damage, but it isn't dead. And the crossbowman jumps into the seat. He looks like he's still trying to ride away. So if you want to, you have a second shot. You've got a second shot.
As this is all happening, I say, Arnie, turn us around, go that way. I want to give him as much chance as I can to get another shot off.
Okay.
I want to know if he's heading towards the rope trick.
No, they're avoiding that now.
Okay, all right. I'll take another shot at the guy.
Okay,
21.
that'll hit too.
10 damage.
10 damage. So the crossbowman, you spear through the shoulder with your arrow, but he is still alive.
No!
And he's whipping the horse into shape.
We probably couldn't catch him.
But we can go back to the first cart that got detonated and see if there's anything left to pick through there.
Arnie, turn the car around. I want to see what they had.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
okay.
I need to get my hunting trap.
We need to know who these guys were. I want that fedora. It looks
So-
super cool.
He turns the cart around and rides you back as the other cart continues to drive away and ride off into the distance. And he gets the cart up to where the other wrecked carts are. So you can pick up your hunting trap and you can get your rope out of the air if you would like to.
Yeah, I'll take the rope back.
Does a guy come spilling out?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does actually.
Yeah.
So as
So,
soon
well-
as you...
I don't think the spell ends when I pull the rope. The rope is just a way to reach into that extra dimensional portal. And it lasts an hour. So he can stay in there for an hour.
Anything inside the extra dimensional space drops out when the spell ends.
Yeah, let's get that guy and interrogate
let's
him.
figure out who the heck this dude is.
All right, guys, get ready. Let's
How high up is he in the air?
10 feet or so in the air. Because he
Big,
didn't
tall-
he didn't throw the rope as far up into the air as it could go. He just stopped it right in the middle of the road.
So I take the rope. I ask the guys, all right, guys, you ready for this? Cool. So I break, I guess I end the spell.
You end the spell, and all of a sudden, out from this little hole, this guy like falls to the ground, poof, hits the ground, and like starts to struggle and get back up.
I step on him, try to hold him down.
Okay. When you step on him, I would say make a strength check probably to try and pin him down with your.
It's only a 9. I'm not very strong.
Okay, yeah. As you put your foot down, he seems to like pop away from it and scatter back a little bit more across the dirt.
Khal, get him.
I guess I jump on top of him.
Yeah, you can do a strength check to just grapple him.
I crit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you immediately just like fall on him and like wrap him up tight.
I get him in a full Nelson.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, as soon as you grip onto him to do that, you notice that the way he's shaped and stuff does not fit to how he feels proportioned. And roll an intelligence check.
14.
You start to see through this guy's illusion and that he is actually a kobold. And
So he's teeny tiny.
he looks like a normal guy on the outside, but when you're grabbing onto him, the rest of the places where he has like body parts are kind of like phasing through. So you're just like grabbing on, and now you see his like koboldish figure. The other people still see a dude, but they also see your arms going through parts on him. And eventually, I think after you guys have stared at this long enough, you're able to see that it's a kobold.
And I said, "Who sent you?"
He's like, you better let go of me. Otherwise, Rick Ricker's gonna send somebody and get you good.
Well, he already sent you, and you did bad.
He'll send somebody better. And that's where we'll end it.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry, I ruined your
No, that's
big
fine.
surprise.
It's fine.
I admit that I suck.
Well, that was a fun one. I was excited to see how you all enjoyed the cart chase, because it was fun to like think about and create.
man! In hindsight, I could have hit all 3 of those carts with my first fireball.
You could have, but I'm glad you didn't.
Didn't
I'm just happy
know
those long
the
shots.
range of my spell.
I'm just happy those long shots worked out.
Yeah,
Those long shots were great. Khal's Achilles moment was great. We lost Chuck.
Have you guys
R.I.P.
ever seen
Chuck.
Rope Trick used?
No, I've never seen
it
anyone
Not like
use
that.
Especially
Never even
not
heard of
like
it.
that. Thank you all for listening and watching. We really appreciate it. If you could rate us 5 stars on on podcasting, maybe we'll do something cool someday. Right now, I don't have a cool thing to say to do, but if you did it, maybe we'll give you a shout out or throw you in as a character in an episode.
And Buffalo
Thanks.
Wild Wings, if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah, thanks to our sponsors, Blenders and Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Lots. We'll be doing.
There's some.
I was gonna say giveaways, but I don't want to say that out.
Yeah, we aren't, but
Hashtag not a sponsor. Hashtag want a sponsor.
sure, that would be
Looking for
fantastic.
sponsors.
Hashtag
be our sponsor.
we're
Won't
big
you be our
enough for
sponsor?
sponsors for sure.
Won't you be my sponsor?
Well, we appreciate everybody who watches and listens and talks about us and interacts with us. We really appreciate it. We're excited for it. So stay tuned for next time. We'll see you all later.